So let's say you want a Class C, but you need to sleep a little more people, maybe 4, 5, 6, how about 8? Folks, this is the 2021 Thor Motor Coach Daybreak 30DB, and this one is built for a lot of people. It's a little bit longer than the 24DB we saw, of course. This one measures in at 32 feet and 2 inches. But as I mentioned, you can sleep up to 8 people in here, which is awesome. So if you're looking to travel with a lot of people, sleep a lot of people, this is one that you're going to like. We'll start off right over here. One of the things that I love about this floor plan is the fact that they were able to give you a campside dinette. And I personally really like this in any floor plan, whether it's a motorhome, a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, because when I'm at my campsite, at the campground, I want to look out to my campsite, right? I don't want to necessarily look out at my neighbors. I want to be right here. So I love when they do this, especially when you're sipping on your morning coffee, eating breakfast. That is the site that I want. As far as riding, this is a great seat for it. You have some cup holders here as well as right up top. And of course, you can have the legal riders there. And this does drop down into a bed. So, it's going to be one of our sleeping positions right here. You'll see LED lights there as well as USB ports. Now, this is one of those things that I really like here. The reason being that when you're driving down the road, your 120, unless you're running your generator, your 120 is not going to work, right? But your 12 volt still will, because it's run off your house batteries. So seeing as how your USB ports are 12 volt, that means that as you're traveling, you can actually charge your cell phone right here. And so that's one of those things that a lot of people don't think about. You see an electrical outlet, you're like, oh, great. But that's not going to work while you're traveling. This right here, well, unless you have an inverter and stuff, which most of them don't, but a USB port will work for your cell phones and everything else. So I do like the fact that they put that where there are seats, especially in a motorhome. Open these guys up, you'll see it's easy one-hand operation because they are strut assisted. I also like when manufacturers do that. You can see the HDMI splitter is built right over there, or placed right over there. I tried to show you in the 24DB, but that's where it is for all of your HDMI feeds. TV, of course, will be located right there, the same spot. That one does flip out and around, so if you're in the dinette or in the sofa, you can still have a great view to it. And just like in the 24DB, folks, this one has an 800-pound weight capacity right up front, so 2 adults can easily sleep right up here. Ladder just simply slides right in there. Boom, you are good to go. Now, if you're not actively sleeping in here, this will attach to this part right here. The ladder will actually go on top. But this, of course, does remove and slides up there, so you can easily get down into the cab. That's pretty common for most Class Cs, but if you're new to the RV industry, I just wanted to show you so you don't think you have to duck down. This certainly does lift up. The cab itself, you have the dash. Of course, you can see the infotainment center right there in the middle. This is on the new Ford chassis. This one, because it's a little bit bigger, is the Ford E450 rather than the 350. You just need the extra capacity because you have the extra weight with the added length. But it is very comfortable. You have a lot of room there, some cup holders as well. And then coming around to the other side, just like we had in the 24DB, you will see the USB ports there with your net, so you can drop your cell phone in it. The other cool thing about this one is not only do you have the dinette, but you have the sofa right here. So you want to talk about great travel. Now, this is on a slide, so this does come in, and it seems a lot more intimate when you're traveling because realistically, you'll be sitting right about here. So, anyone that's in the dinette, you're here on the sofa. This is so much fun for people traveling. You can play games, you can talk. Everybody's right here. The driver's involved, passengers involved, everyone's sitting up front. I really do love the traveling aspect when it comes to motorhomes. And in Class Cs in general, just because usually you can sleep more people in a Class C than you can in most Class As. Not always the case. There's definitely exceptions. But, I just love Class Cs for that family travel and really, as I say, enjoying the trip. It's not just about the destination, it's about the trip. And that's really what the Class C hammers home. And again, seatbelts here for riders, cup holders up top, and this is a Jackknife Sofa, so as you would expect, this does fold down into a bed. You will also see that you get added storage right there underneath if you need any bedding or anything else. Plus, you can put some items right back here. It's a good kind of hidden storage spot you normally don't think about, but things aren't going to slide around back there, so you can drop it right back there. Excellent spot. Storage all the way across the top here. A couple LED lights underneath, and then you have the speaker there for the sound system. And then a little bit further over is our kitchen. So if we take a look at the countertop, you can see the kind of L-shaped kitchen. Now, the sink does have covers. Of course, we can take that off to see that nice deep bowl, just like we saw in the 24. A high-rise pull-out faucet there. And you have the same recessed cooktop right over here. And just like we had before, this one has the lights if you like it, the oven, and the additional storage underneath. However, what you will also notice is this right here, which is the power tower. So if you need to plug anything in, you have 3 outlets there, plus a couple USB ports. Super simple and easy to use. You push it down when you don't want it. When you do, you kind of push on this outside ring. Then you can pull up just like that, and you are good to go. Microwave there, additional storage up top, and of course, storage right down underneath. I do want to show you that this floor plan has a specific spot for the trash can, which if you've seen my videos, you know that's a big one for me, plus 3 additional drawers. Refrigerator will be located right over here. That does run off both propane and electric, and you have additional storage up top. When we're taking a look at the ceiling, you will see that this one has 3 vents, kind of like we had in the 24, right? You have one above the bed, one here midship, another one in the bedroom, plus we have ducted AC all the way throughout. Main control panel will be located right over here, but just like the 24, this one does have the battery disconnect as well as the solar prep controller right there by the door. But you can see everything here, including the genset, because both models do come with a generator. One of the great things about a Class C is you are very self-sufficient. Now, the 30DB is at its heart a bunk model, which is what we have here. Obviously, you have the cab over sleeping space, but you have another one right here, 71 inches long. So if you're 6 foot, you're probably not going to be for you, but 250-pound weight capacity. So it is great for, any larger teens, or if you're an adult and you want to curl up a little. If you're, again, if you're above 71 inches, it's a great bed. You'll also see that you have a TV right there at the foot of the bed. So if you're sitting here, you can watch TV. Now underneath, right, is our dinette. Now, a couple things I like about this. Let's see if I can lock that one in there. There we go. So we have the dinette right down underneath. And the cool thing about this is this also drops down into a bed. And if we drop this down, you will see that you have space for a TV right there too. So not only have a TV up top, but you also have one right down underneath. And I like this because it's another spot to, basically sit. You can have a meal together, but it also will drop down into that sleeping space, which is what helps give this one that total sleep number of 8. So lots of sleeping in here. And I love that both top and bottom bunk have TV, so the kids aren't fighting over who gets which bunk. So you make our way into the bedroom. Right here is the toilet at 6 foot tall, 210 pounds. I have plenty of leg space, also good shoulder space. And the sinks, or the sink top is cut back a little bit, which is perfect. I can put my hand right up here, and honestly, this is kind of comfortable. Porcelain bowl, so it's easy to keep clean. You have a toilet paper holder already installed, some storage underneath the sink, as well as a big medicine cabinet. You can see that right up top there. Electrical outlet, extended countertop here. And then the shower, I'll show you real quick as well. As I step in the shower again at 6 foot, you can see I have more than enough space, especially with that big skylight, so I don't have to duck down here whatsoever. Stepping back out, we'll take a look at the back in the bedroom here. So as we come to the back, we'll see the queen bed. This is a walk-around queen. You have nightstands on both sides with electrical outlets and USB ports. One side has some additional storage, as well as the wardrobe storage there. Plus you have storage all the way across the top. Lastly, at the foot of the bed here, if I open this guy up, boom, there you go. More wardrobe space, right? As well as the drawer underneath. More here. And check this out. Dun, 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 dun. You have space back here. If you want a TV, this is where you put the TV. You can just take this off or mount it right to the front if you want. That will work. Just drill a hole in there so you can bring the cords through. Put the TV right there. You're good to go. You can still lift it up and access everything behind it. Folks, here's the thing. We've been going through the show. We're on week 4 now. There's a ton of great RVs, and there's a lot of RVs out there. Let's say you're shopping for a Class C. You have something lined up. You think you have a good deal. I'm here to tell you that Camping World will beat it. I don't care if we're talking a Daybreak like we are right now, if it's a Coleman, if it's a Chateau, a Four Winds, a Forester, Jayco, Greyhawk, I don't care what it is, we will beat the price. And here's the great thing. If for some reason we can't do it, you just have a rock bottom deal and we're not able to do it, you'll be $1,000 richer. We'll give you $1,000, folks. It is truly that simple, and all you need to do to take advantage of that, if you have a pending deal, you're watching this right now, and you think you have the best deal out there, text BEAT to 46642. That's BEAT to that number, and I'm telling you, we will beat that deal, or we will give you $1,000. Scout's honor. Coming on out here, the Daybreak 30DB. Power awning, as you'd expect, with LED light strip, so you have that right here, you know, kind of creating your main campsite. Electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in. Dropping down is storage. So rotocast bins with the lights, kind of like we saw on the 24, right? Easy to clean, great storage. Making our way right up front real quick, I want to show you this too. This I love because this is a big storage that is easy to access. Anytime it's on the campsite, it's going to be easier to get to, meaning you're going to use it more often. So when you have big storage here, you have easier access to more items, and that's always a bonus in my book. You'll also see outside TV with sound bars. If you want to sit out here and watch a show, you can do that. That sound bar gives you great sound quality, whether you're watching a show or if you're just listening to some music. Either way, you're good to go. Making our way to the back a little bit. If we look up top, just like we saw before, this one has that slide out topper on there. Why is that important, you may ask? Well, if you're parked underneath anything, whether it's a tree, maybe it's a pine tree, maybe, I don't know, basically anything, right? Maybe there's a bird up there and it's pooping, right? This will protect the top of that slide out, especially from sticks and stuff that fall from trees. Right here, they'll fall on top of that topper. So when you roll it in, those will just fall off rather than get in the seals and damage the seals, because that's the last thing you want. And that does come as a standard, which is awesome. You also see the rear ladder, and just like we had before, you get the backup camera right up top and the 8,000-pound hitch down below. Now remember, this one is a little bit bigger than that 24, so if you're towing some extra heavy weight, you want to make sure you're packing a little bit lighter. But folks, something like this is awesome, and it is a great deal. This one is starting at $91,175. That is as little as $18.24 a day. And all you have to do to claim this one is text RV to 46642.